Hello, everybody. I'm back. After a long wait, I, Scarlet Oblivion, am back. And I got glasses. I'm nearsighted, so I got glasses. And now I can see shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. You wouldn't believe. You would not believe what it's like to have glasses on after not having them for so long. It's actually insane. But anyway, there's a cat on my lap. Anyway, it has been a long 2 months for me. I don't know about y'all. I don't know how much y'all missed me, but man, it's been fine. I emotionally, it has been fucked. Emotionally, I've been fucked in the ass and not in a good way. So when I moved out, like on my last day, I stayed I just slept on my parents' couch. I had a suitcase full of my clothes, a backpack with some stuff, and I just went over there, crashed, and that's pretty much just where I stayed for 2 months. I did not like it very much. I didn't like having to sleep on a couch instead of my own bed. I didn't like having to constantly be around my family, who doesn't really respect my identity, or at least respect how I like to be referred, and it just kind of sucks. It's something I care about, and it's not something they care about. They don't care enough to call me my preferred name, to use my preferred pronouns, but I care enough to correct them and to feel bad when they don't use the right ones. But it is what it is. I got into a couple arguments with my dad while I was there because it seems like he just kind of watches right leaning gamers on YouTube. Like he watches the Quartering, and I saw him watching Nux Taku the other day. I saw him watching Asmongold. It feels like he listens to what they say and then just kind of repeats it. And whenever I would ask him about why he believes something, he would the cat attacked my mic. He would stop. he would he just wouldn't be able to explain why he believes something. More so just that he does, and it's what is correct. That's what it seemed like. But I got some nice insightful conversation out of talking to him. And he helped me out. They're my family. I slept on their couch for 2 months, so I can't be too mad. Dude, fuck off. I played some Elden Ring while I was there on their Xbox. I it was so fun. I did an intelligence build. I had a battle axe in one hand and a staff in the other, and it was so fun. But managing a weapon as well as a selection of spells that are pretty different from each other is really difficult. Just the amount of decision making that is added by having spells, and then the amount of decision making that's added by having a regular weapon. It's so much. And I kind of learned that while I might not be able to use as many different things, because there's less decision making, the decisions I am making are they feel better informed and more thought out because I had more time to think about them. Which also, don't want to play Dark Souls on my channel just because Dark Souls is one of my favorite games, the entire series, and I think it would be appropriate to play it on my YouTube channel, my beloved YouTube channel. And I don't have Dark Souls Remastered on my PC, so I'm probably just gonna play Dark Souls 2 and then maybe 3. And if I catch it on a super sale or something, I might play remastered, but I don't see myself buying it for more than like $20 just because I've already 100%ed the game, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I beat Pokemon White 2, which was really good, really fun. Pokemon Gen 5 feels like actually balanced. Like, I played Gen 4 and, like, I played Pearl and Heart Gold. Both of those games just felt so unbalanced. Like, it felt like it felt like there were crazy, like, difficulty spikes, and it felt like there was just there was just a point when I felt like I had to grind to actually advance the game. Like instead of just being able to like play smart, make good decisions and shit like that. Like there was just kind of a wall where I just had to get my levels up, and but in both games I just gave up. I just couldn't do it. It was so boring. And then Gen 5, it didn't feel like I needed to grind, and I think like the one time I did, I um I just cared. I just cared a hell of a lot more cuz I liked the game better. And it wasn't even like well, I was switching out my Pokemon. Like I say like a lot. I'm trying to say it less, but it's just such a staple in my vocabulary. I was talking about Pokemon. I don't know. I just smoked a bit outside. Smoked a little bit of weed, some rose petals, some mullein, and some some leaf whose name I forgot. And oh my gosh, it's awesome. I went to the apothecary earlier today, and I had such a great time. It seemed like the people there were queer, and they were chill. They were really nice. They were super fun. So I just hung out. I learned about some smokable herbs. I looked around the place. It was really cool. Nice vibe. They gave me some tea. The tea was delicious. I'm drinking some tea right now. I'm drinking some oolong tea. What the fuck? It's so fucking good. So I picked up some herbs and I smoked them. Rose petals. Rose petals are awesome. I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna say. Go smoke some rose petals. That shit is awesome. It tastes so good. And I think what the person working there told me was that they open your heart, which I don't know what the fuck that means. That sounds like some interpretive bullshit, but you know, I'm willing to interpret it. I'm willing to interpret it. Is it gonna am I gonna like start delving into my deepest secrets? Am I gonna start like loving strangers? Like, is my heart just gonna be open to everybody, or is it gonna be more like I don't know. I was gonna try and make like a joke about the Elon Musk "my heart goes out to you" shit, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. I think that the humor is just kind of in the event. Yo, wait, what if? Nah, I was gonna say, do you think Elon Musk smokes rose petals? No shot, no shot, no shot. I, I, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe it if he said it himself. You know what I mean? Fuck that guy. Fuck Elon Musk. I mean, I guess speaking of that, holy shit, like the political affairs that have been happening, you know, the election, um, the president, the things that Trump's doing, Elon Musk, just it feels like most things that are going on with our government are just kind of like stressing me the fuck out. Like I've been thinking about going to college because I was talking to somebody, and they kind of opened my eyes. They kind of said like, you're really emotionally intelligent. You're poor as shit. Your family was poor as shit. You could probably apply for FAFSA, get a bunch of money, and go to college. And I was like, huh, I didn't realize I could do that. And then I really thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I wanna like I haven't decided for sure whether or not I want to go to college, but I'm going to start pursuing. I've already started, but I'm going to pursue working in mental health, doing mental health work. I don't know exactly what that looks like. Like by already started, I mean I am doing some volunteer work. I'm looking into taking a class to get a certification to start doing paid work in the field. I'm just like talking to people, learning my options, thinking about stuff. I don't know. It takes time to think. I can't really make a huge decision like committing to go to college for upwards of like 4 years potentially. That's a rough decision to make, but it seems like I can always pause my education, take breaks, um, go at my own pace. Like I think if I apply for FAFSA loans, I might be more restricted on how much school I'll have to do. But I could probably I don't know, I still got to figure that shit out. I got to figure that shit out. I'm thinking about going to community college. There's a community college in the city I live in, and my friends have gone there. They say it's pretty good, and I would love to learn shit. I would love to learn shit so much. Like I wanna I wanna learn more. I wanna study like philosophy and psychology, maybe anthropology, maybe some like what am I thinking of? Civil rights, like parties involved in the civil rights movements. Um, I don't know the exact study. My friend took a class that was called Race and Decolonization. That sounds very, very interesting. I really want to take that if I can. Like, I want to take interesting classes like that. I want to learn about like cultures and people, and I think if I pursue a degree, I'm going to have to take like a math class, which oh my god, I do not want to take a goddamn math class. Fuck math. Fuck math. I like basic math is fine, but like who decided to put the alphabet in math? You know what I mean? That shit doesn't belong there. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I understand exponents, but like when I was in high school, when I hit geometry, I fell off. I couldn't focus anymore. I don't know if it was the teacher, my mental health, or the environment, or all of the above, but like I aced algebra 1. I fucking perfected that class. And geometry hits and I'm fucked. I get dicked down left and right by these numbers. And then I failed. But I don't want to have to do that again. And if I take math, I want it to be like something that's actually applicable. Not the geometry, like especially basic geometry isn't actually applicable, but I think it is. I feel like I use math on a pretty regular basis, but math is just not something I'm very good at, and I don't want to practice it. I don't want to get better because I don't give a shit. And and so but I've been thinking about it. So because I was talking with my therapist today, and I've been thinking about it like if I choose to go to college, I'm also choosing to take a math class, to take more like I don't know if they're called something different in college, but like take core classes that I don't want to take. And and my therapist changed my perspective. It's more like if I go to college to pursue a degree to to do something I want to do, so that I could like be a therapist or have a master's in psychology for some other mental health work, then in order to do that, I have to complete the classes that I don't want to. And looking at it like that, like it's more of an obstacle to get over to reach my goal rather than like something I'm choosing to do that I don't want to do. Makes it significantly more appealing. And now I think I need to look into whether or not college is the correct option for me, if it is a feasible option, if it's something I can really do. Holy shit. I looked over at my other monitor. I'm listening to the Beatles right now. I'm listening to Revolver, the album. Holy shit. Holy shit. I've been listening to a ton of new music, and it all started with the Beatles. Some guy who works at this gas station corner store kind of thing was listening, like some song was playing on the radio, and and then he walks up to me and my friend, and he's like, you kids know what's playing," and the first thing that came to my, I didn't say it, thankfully, because I think I would have embarrassed myself. But the first thing that came to my head was Guns N' Roses. My first thought was Guns N' Roses. I didn't say that shit because I didn't want to embarrass myself. And my friend took a guess. They were wrong. And so this guy goes, "This is the Beatles. Y'all need to do some homework." And I was like, "Fuck, well now I got to listen to the Beatles." Like I ran into some guy who told me that I got to listen to the Beatles. So now I have to, right? That's how it works. And so and so after I didn't listen to the Beatles after that, but I went to another friend of mine, and I hung out with him. He's the owner of a skate shop in town. I hung out with him for a bit. He told me a bunch about like music and shit, and he told me to listen to, like, I hung out with him for like 2 hours. We were just chilling at his store, and he told me to listen to the Beatles. Told me the Beatles were awesome, and I asked him his favorite album. He said it was Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. So I proceeded to listen to that. And from the moment I pressed play on that album to the moment it ended, I was astounded. I was astounded by how good it was. My ears were blown. The Beatles blew my ears. They just got up and started fucking putting their tongue all up in my ear, and holy shit, the Beatles are so good. Like, I don't know if anybody's told you, but the Beatles are like, they're like the most popular band for a reason, because they're really fucking good. But anyway, so I've listened to like Sergeant Pepper, Magical Mystery Tour, Revolver, the White Album, and like Abbey Road and a few others. I love the Beatles. And I've also listened to a bunch of a pretty good amount of more of other like rock from the 60s, 70s, 80s, but I've also listened to some like metal from that generation, some punk, some I don't know, some genres that I don't know very well. Like I listened to Pyramid by the Alan Parsons Project. That album was really good. I listened to Stratosphere by Tangerine Dream. I really like that album. I listened to Crass by Penis Envy, or fake fan alert. Other way around. I listened to Penis Envy by Crass, and I like that album as well. I like. I've been getting into punk. I've been getting into punk a bit. Last night, no, 2 nights ago. Yeah, 2 nights ago, my roommate and I watched The Decline of Western Civilization, which I would recommend that movie to everybody watching this video. It's so good. It's so fucking awesome. I was having an ocular orgasm the whole fucking time. And because we watched that, I checked out the band X. I listened to their album Los Angeles. That album is fucking incredible. the Oh my god, I just loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I listened to Black Flag. I liked Black Flag. Um, I listened to some old metal. I listened to Deep Purple. I listened to I can't remember the title. The album that Smoke on the River is from. I listened to The Dark by Metal Church. That album's fucking incredible. That album feels like the perfect metal album. I love it so much. Um, this week I listened to Merciful Fate. I listened to Armored Saint, the album Raising Fear. I listened to Speak English or Die by the Stormtroopers of Death earlier this week. That album is fucking great. I listened to Static Age by Misfits. Not bad, not bad. It wasn't as memorable as the others, but I need to give it another listen. I did like it. I listened to Weezer for like the first time on my own. I listened to the Blue album, which I really liked, and I listened to Pinkerton, which I liked less. Um, oh my god, I listened to Octopus by Gentle Giant. That album is fucking incredible. I loved every second of it. Um, fuck, I've been talking about music. I've been talking about music for a minute. Anyway, less specific. Like I've been just kind of like listening to bands, artists, albums that I just come across, like that somebody tells me to listen to or that somebody recommends because they really like them, and I've just been kind of like expanding what kind of music I listen to and like what I can appreciate and the kinds of sounds that I get adjusted to. It's like it's like I don't know. I guess it's like beer. I don't know. I haven't gotten to really like and understand beer yet. I just more like kombucha. When I first started drinking kombucha, I didn't fuck with it, and then I just like kept drinking it more, and I started to fuck with it, and now I love it. Now I love kombucha. Um, I think it's the same with music, where it's like I used to not like exploring. I used to like to stay in my genre and songs that sounded similar and familiar, but now I just like listening to everything, picking it apart, and figuring out why I do and don't like it, which is super fun. Um, and then I can also be like super elitist about music now because I mean right now I feel like I'm just dipping my toes in the kiddie pool of like music that exists and that is good, but I feel like I got so much more on people these days, you know what I mean? Like I bet like I don't know. I just think I'm better than everybody else because I listen to the Beatles now. You know what I mean? But like, they're the most popular band of all time. So I'll stop talking about music. I was reminded of something else while I was talking about music, though. I don't know. I don't know. I don't fucking remember. Oh, I do remember. I got back on my skateboard. I physically, I think I've fully recovered from getting hit by a truck. I hope everybody watching this remembers that. If you don't, go watch all of my other videos real quick. It'll only take you a little bit to get through them. I don't have too many. You should just go watch them all, I think. But I got hit by a car like fuck, was this 6 months ago now? I don't know. I think it was 6 months ago. Holy shit. But I don't know. Whatever. My fractured ankle's fully recovered. My road rashed ass is fully recovered. I don't know if my head is fully recovered because I'm 20, so I'm like growing. like my brain's developing. I can't tell. Like I can't tell what's different now compared to then that's like related to hurting my head. Like everything that's different about my mind feels like it's just kind of changed rather than been damaged. But I've made a lot of philosophical and ideological evolution. I While I wasn't able to distract myself with playing video games and listening to music all the time, because I didn't have my PC, and I actually broke my phone. I broke my phone and didn't have access to my phone for about 2 months, which included my phone number and all of the passwords that were that I stored on a notes app on my phone, and I couldn't access like most of my accounts because I set up a bunch of two-factor authentication shit, and I couldn't access my PC. So like I was locked out of my email because I couldn't log in without either accessing my email or accessing my phone number. So like I was fucked. And for like a month and a half, I just kind of had to deal with that. And I have a new phone now. I went from a Pixel 7 to a Pixel 8, which it only cost me like $300, which I feel like is pretty good. I think I got my 7 for like 600 a few years ago. Or maybe it was 600. I don't know. Did I already say 600? Maybe that's the lasting damage from the concussion. Is I forget what I say right after I said it sometimes. But that also is just like that's just ADHD. I take medication for that. But yeah, so physically I fully recovered. Mentally, I feel like I've gotten a lot better. I'm still like very afraid of cars. They make me very uncomfortable, and sometimes I just kind of like it feels like I'm just like not there when I'm around cars. Like if I'm on the left side of the road, like walking down, and traffic is coming toward me, on the close side, like I get so uncomfortable, and it feels like I kind of just start to leave. Like I'm just walking around on autopilot for a little bit because I'm just so terrified. But that's how I feel like that's how I kind of deal with it. It's just like detach and remind myself. The cat just sneezed, if you could hear that. But I just kind of detach and let myself deal with it, because like if I'm walking down the street, it's kind of like, or if I'm walking somewhere because I don't want to drive because I'm afraid of cars, it's kind of like something I think I'm gonna have to accept, is that I'm going to be in close proximity to cars, and as long as I do literally everything possible to keep myself safe, which is also like overcompensating for drivers who are too fucking lame to simply look if to see if anybody's crossing the goddamn street. Because I've been hit, like I've only been hit once. I've almost been hit a few times, because I crossed the street when somebody just didn't look at me, and like I've had to jump out of the way of a car because it just started while I was in front of it, shit like that. So I just kind of like be extra careful now, especially on my skateboard, because it already took a while to get over the mental barrier to get back on my skateboard, not to mention the physical barrier. And now I feel good. Now I feel good about it. I just don't ride on streets or bike lanes really at all, unless I'm in like a chill neighborhood that I know nobody's in, that has nice visibility, and usually that doesn't have a sidewalk. Sometimes the sidewalks and shit here are just not maintained enough to skate. Especially like since it's around winter, there's just like a bunch of fucking gravel on the sidewalks, which I think is to reduce ice or something. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. But now I just have to deal with a bunch of gravel all over the goddamn sidewalks, which slows me down and makes me lose my footing when I'm on my skateboard. Like, I can deal with it, but being slower and, like, having to try way harder to move is just like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that shit. I'd rather just walk. Um, but yeah, so I'm back on my skateboard. I'm back to uploading videos. I really wanted to. I think what I'm gonna do is, oh my gosh, this motherfucker under me. This is my roommate's cat. This dude does not leave me alone. Like, I feel bad if I force him out of my room, or if I like, if I don't give him the attention he wants. I feel bad, and I want to like I'm cool. I'm cool if he's just like chilling on my bed, if he's chilling around. But this little motherfucker just wants to get on my desk and wants to get on my lap, and he won't leave me alone. Like, I push him away. I tell him no, and I move him off the desk. I tell him no, and I move him off my lap. And then he just like, I know he doesn't understand what I mean when I say no, but like, and then he just stays. Like if if he's not already on my lap, then he's just gonna get back on. Like, I push him away, and then he just like 30 seconds later, like less than 30 seconds later, he's just right back to trying to get on my lap. And I'm like, at first it's kind of cute. At first it's kind of cute, and then and then I live here for like a week, and I'm like, all right, bud, it's getting old. It's getting old. you know. But he's a good cat. I like him. I like him a lot. He's very kind and silly. Um, like, if I don't want him on my lap, I just push him off. It's just a little annoying that I have to like keep keep him away if I don't want him on my lap, but it's fine. I suppose in transgender news, my chest has gotten a bit bigger, which I really like. I have like a crazy hourglass figure. Like, my body looks fucking incredible, which is awesome. I feel like my hormones have been working. I upped my progesterone dosage while I was gone. If you don't know, I was told that progesterone, um, you take it and it increases the physical effects of estrogen. From what I understand, it seems to be like some kind of pregnancy hormone. So now that I'm saying this, it makes me think that I should research it, that I should look it up and figure out what it is that I'm putting into my body. Like, I don't really care, but I feel like I should know. I feel like I should know. Cuz all I know is I started taking it and my titties got bigger. So what more so what more could I want? um um but yeah, so that shit's been going good. I feel like my glasses have add a nice feminization to my face. I have like, they're pink, they're fun. And my other ones are very feminine, and they're like the lens is like cat eye shaped or something. I don't care enough to show right now. I'll probably have another video where I wear them in a while, but because man, I love wearing these things. And I was told that they'd have the lenses with some fucking blue light protection in them. So I'm probably just gonna wear them while I'm on screens to make them better. Why not? Plus, they look cool. I love how my glasses look. I was genuinely excited to get a nearsighted diagnosis so that I could wear glasses because I wanted to be able to accessorize more, and which like I think is really silly, but that's like genuinely how I feel. Like, I think silly in a good way, silly in a good way. But not yesterday, today, no, yesterday, I got I got my blood drawn so that the doctor could check my hormone levels and shit. And when they put the needle in my arm, I was just like, huh, this isn't that bad. Because I've got my blood drawn a good few times, and at first it was bad, but now it's not that bad. And so yesterday, not yesterday, today, this time, today, I went back to my doctor's office. I made an appointment while I was there yesterday for today, and I went in and I was like, "Yo, doc, I want to do estrogen injections." And then she was like, "Okay, cool. Let me show you how to do them." And so tomorrow, I'm gonna go pick up my needles and shit. And Saturday, I'm going to start injecting myself with estrogen, which is only going to be a once a week thing instead of taking pills every day. Which conceptually, I I don't like that I'm going to be like taking estrogen less. Does that make sense? Cause as it is now in the morning, I put estrogen in my body, and then at night I put more estrogen in my body. But under this new way of doing things, I will just stick a needle in my thigh once a week, which it's like instead of giving myself a bunch of small doses of estrogen all the time, I'm just giving myself one big fat dose. And apparently, you get like, from what I understood, from my doctor told me, this was not the language she used, but you get kind of like, it seems like you kind of get an estrogen high, in a sense, where it's like, when you take the injection, you get a spike of estrogen, and then it starts to go down, and your estrogen levels start to get lower, um, when the week is up and you're supposed to take another shot. And I guess it levels out and works itself out a lot better once you've been doing shots for a while. But but like I was inquiring about it. I was like, is that gonna feel like physically different? Like, what's it gonna feel like? And then she described it like that, and she was like, I think you'll like it. And I was just like, well, yeah, it sounds like something I'm gonna like. It sounds like I'm gonna really like having a shit ton of estrogen in my body. But but like, I don't know, but nothing. I'm just excited. I'm just excited to start injecting, like taking a fucking needle and shooting that shit into my body. Like, oh my god, that sounds so badass. The moment I thought to myself, actually, it might have been a friend who said it. I don't remember. But the moment I consciously had the thought of injecting estrogen with a needle would be metal as fuck, I was just kind of like, all right, this is something I'm gonna do. I was just like, okay, okay, I've convinced myself. I hope my ADHD rambles are entertaining. No, I don't hope they're entertaining. I hope I hope you like me. I hope you're watching because you're my friend, or you think I'm cool and you just want to listen to what I have to say. I hope you I don't give a shit if you care about what I'm saying. I don't give a shit if you agree with me. I just want you to like me, damn it. Nah, nah. I just want to share. I want to share my ideas. So I hope you're listening. But I was talking to my friend earlier because they came over to play some Tekken, and I was gonna record it. I forgot, and I was gonna use it as the footage for this video. And they were like, "Oh, gameplay commentary with Tekken. That seems like a niche that hasn't been explored." And I was just like I don't give a shit about filling a niche, about exploring a niche. I want to do whatever the fuck I want. I want to make a Mortal Sin gameplay commentary, and then a Tekken gameplay commentary, and then a Fallout Let's Play. And then my true fans, like you, my friend, who have stayed at about 40 minutes into this video. Yes, you. I love you. You are awesome. Keep watching my videos, please. Um, fuck, I forgot what I was saying. I don't know. I don't know. Fuck a niche. That's what I was saying. Fuck a niche. Like my niche is people who like me. That's my fucking niche. I don't know. And maybe neurodivergent transgender people, but is it? Yeah, I guess that's a niche. Whatever. Whatever. I gotta say, having broken my phone and having felt what it's like to not be on it, like, it's mind blowing. Like, y'all need to get off your phones. Like, everybody just kind of needs to put their phone down, not scroll social media, get the fuck off TikTok, like, not consume content 24/7, like, including music. If you really are there and present in each moment is so much better. Each moment is so much more impactful and so much more beautiful. You can enjoy a moment where nothing is going on. You can be isolated and have no one and nothing observe what's going on. The only one the only one who was there to witness your experience was you. The only one to validate your experience was you. And being able to do that without feeling like I need to take a photo or without feeling like I need to tell anybody about it, without listening to music or consuming content to fill the void of nature's sound, which is not very stimulating, to be honest. Like, I feel like once you have stimulated yourself so much with like TikTok and short form content, listening to music constantly, I feel as though all of that culminates in making you need more stimulation. You start to build up a tolerance to the stimulation it feels. My my roommate told me we were talking about this actually, about the stimulation thing, and because I've been volunteering and doing work um, with a bunch of like neurodivergent and queer kids, and oh my god, it's been so much fun. But man, their attention spans are fucked, and I think it's because of phones. And well, very specifically like short form content. I don't think phone bad. I think that like algorithms that are designed to keep you scrolling and designed to capture your attention and stimulate you constantly, I think those are bad. But I said to him, I was like, do you know how normalized it is within the gaming community to have like two monitors with your PC so that you can like watch YouTube and listen to music on the second one? And and it seemed like his mind was blown. And he said that like when he plays video games, he has to like take a good 5-10 minutes afterward to like get out, to to recalibrate, to like, I'm not playing video games anymore. And the juxtaposition between him and where like I can play something I can play like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and like watch a YouTube video on my second monitor and still kind of understand, like get the gist of the video while I'm like playing a difficult, challenging video game like Dark Souls. And for him to have to go from gamer mode to I'm not in gamer mode anymore and like take time during that transition is is insane. Like, it makes me feel as though he he's just not as resistant to the stimulation. He doesn't feel like he needs all of the things going on, which in my opinion makes the things that are going on when there's less things going on more impactful. When I'm just listening to an album, when I'm just playing a video game, it makes it feel so much better. makes it feel so much more fun, and it makes me feel like I'm really giving it my attention and really caring about what's going on. Yes, I guess speaking of video game one more time, I 100%ed Shovel Knight Treasure Trove on my 3DS. So I didn't get the I didn't get the achievements for Showdown, but I opened up Shovel Knight on my 3DS, and I had already completed all of the challenges for all of the characters. I had already completed New Game and New Game Plus on all of the characters. And I looked at my achievements, and on all characters except Shovel Knight, I was missing two. On Shovel Knight, I was missing one. On all four of them, I didn't have the achievement that says beat the game in 90 minutes or less. And I think for Spectre Knight, Plague Knight, and King Knight, I also needed to like beat a stage or beat a boss without getting hit, which those challenges were fucking annoying, but I got through them. I got through them and I beat the game. I 100% of the game. And Shovel Knight has a really special place to me because pre-transition Scarlet was a shell. Pre-transition Scarlet did not know who she was and didn't have very much to look forward to ever. And I remember when Shovel Knight King of Cards released. I remember feeling so happy. I don't know if I was brought to tears back then, but when it came out, I genuinely felt like I had the thought, this feels like the first time I've ever genuinely been happy. And I don't know if that was me being an edgelord or hyperbole or anything like that, but it was such a powerful moment of this is one of the few things I care about. I went and played King of Cards years early at PAX. I got to play Shovel Knight Showdown years early at PAX. And then I was there when it came out. I downloaded it and I played it at school that day. And it felt like it was the happiest I'd been in my entire pre-transition life was downloading this video game, like downloading the update to my favorite video game that I had been waiting for years. And oh man, 100%ing it. I teared up. I teared up when I finally when I had the realization of this thing I cared about and loved so much when I was a kid. I finally beat it. I finally 100%ed it and finished it, and I don't have a reason to come back to it anymore. And sure, I can always go pick it up whenever, but it's done. It's that simple. I don't need to play it anymore. And a lot of the time for me, if I don't have a reason to play it, I'm not gonna. If I'm not playing it to beat it, if I'm not playing it to 100% it, if I'm not playing it to get an achievement, I'm not playing it. It just doesn't feel worth my time. And I guess it's not that it doesn't feel worth my time. It doesn't feel enjoyable because as much as I love the journey, when I don't have a destination, the journey fucking sucks. And if I'm just like playing Shovel Knight after I've 100%ed it, I have to be like, I'm coming back to play this game, to replay it, and, re-experience it with my new perspective years later. I don't just, I can't just pick it up and be like, yeah, I want to play this game. I want to play Shovel Knight. I need to have like a goal, and without that goal, I just don't like it. Like whether like because when the goal is no longer beat the game, get to the end, like, and I have to start making my own. Unless I have a really good one, I'm just not interested. Which I think is I feel like is a valid perspective. I feel like it's just how I enjoy art, how I enjoy media, and so so it is what it is. I think it's fine. I like it. I like the way I enjoy things. I really like my it feels like a newfound ability to be able to put things down, to be able to say, I beat this game, I'm gonna move on. I finished the series, I'm gonna move on. It's helped my. I feel like it's helped me enjoy things way more. Like the idea of things. I only really enjoy something because it ends. If nothing ended, nothing would really feel as good, I think. Like, if I could just infinitely watch the same show, or infinitely play the same game, I never have to change. And change is scary, and I can get comfortable. But in that comfort, I'm lacking experiences. I'm lacking, the experience of playing a new game, of watching a new show. And those experiences I think are crucial, especially of like consuming art. I think it's so important for people to like go out, consume art, and think about it. And explore the perspectives of others, explore what other people think, contrast that to how you think, challenge your views, and reach new conclusions through that. I think that's the power of art, is being able to look at something, feel something, and think about it. Whether you're thinking about how it made you feel, whether you're thinking about the message that the art has to deliver, or whether you're thinking about just how cool it looks, then, just fucking think about it. Whatever. My recording session is 56 minutes long as of right now. I'm getting a little tired, but it looks like it snowed a little bit. That sucks. Well, there's supposed to be like a blood moon or something tonight. Let me check this out. I think that there is a lunar eclipse happening tonight at 11:26 Pacific time. It is 10:22. So I have about an hour to stay up until I look at that. And I'm going to stay up and I'm going to go smoke rose petals under the blood moon, and I'm going to take some pictures and hopefully post them to my Instagram if they're cool enough. So if y'all don't, y'all should go follow my Instagram. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so cool. I mean, no, it is awesome. It is so cool. You should go look at it right now because there is cool stuff on there. You can see a pre-transition photo of me. It's awesome. It's awesome. I think I look pretty badass in those. I think they're pretty good. I think they're pretty good photos. But so go follow my Instagram, and I'm gonna go smoke. I'm gonna go smoke rose petals under the bloodworm moon. That's what it's called. I think the bloodworm moon. Worm. I wonder. I wonder what the worm in the moon is gonna tell me tonight. I feel like it's usually got some pretty good wisdom, but I don't know if it's gonna be blood tonight. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there'll be some new kinds of wisdom. Maybe I'll get some cool blood. Maybe I'll get some blood powers if I go talk to the worm in the moon. I'm gonna go talk to the worm. I'm gonna go talk to the worm in the moon. Everybody, I'm gonna go talk. I'm gonna. I'm gonna. Uh, worm.